Happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter.
Happy Divine Mercy Sunday.
Well, it's still Easter, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's just
And this week's
added.
the octave, really, right?
Yeah, this is it's the second Sunday of Easter, which which is the octave of Easter, and so basically that's an important thing to remember.
Basically.
The Lord is risen. Alleluia, alleluia. That's what you're
Peace
supposed
be
to
with
say.
you.
Yes.
They're supposed to say, "He is risen indeed."
He is risen
alleluia,
indeed.
alleluia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, you failed. But yeah, no, the cover. Tim, who is not on our podcast today, made the cover. One of our Share Faith graphics, and he wrote "Peace be with you," or is it "Peace be with you"? Peace be with you.
Peace be with you.
Sure.
How do you?
Peace
yeah.
be with you.
It's a.
Yes, I leave with
Intriguing.
you. There we
It's.
go.
I don't know how to say it, but it is our Easter bulletin, our Divine Mercy bulletin. We're moving right along. Hard to
Boy,
believe we
we
had
are.
Christmas and Easter within like 3 months. So
Crazy.
Feels good to be done with those for 9 months, I guess. So we get kind of a little bit of a reprieve here.
The remembrances of.
So assuming the world does not end on Monday, April 8th during the solar eclipse, because it is the Annunciation of the Lord.
Yeah.
It gets transferred because it fell during Lent.
Okay.
It was March 25th, 9 months
Yep.
before Christmas. Ta-da. But because of the way it fell during Lent and stuff, it got moved to the Monday after, so it's moved to the 8th. So kind of fun.
It's
Solar
a very
eclipse.
busy day in Erie.
Yeah.
Angelic messaging,
Yeah.
total eclipse of the heart. Every parody you can think of is happening. So, and
Yeah. Very good.
so it should be awesome.
That'll be a fun day.
But yeah, so that's coming up too. I'm trying to think what else is really exciting.
Celebrate recovery.
Celebrate Recovery is a big theme for this
Yeah.
bulletin for Divine Mercy Sunday.
Yeah.
Really kind of focusing on God's mercy for everyone. And that's why we wanted to include some extra stuff about that.
Yes.
So did we actually include anything more, or are we just going to talk about it over the weekend, I think? So we do have our Easter family reflections. And also that's just a reminder too, that we have our family, like our children's bulletin. So this podcast doesn't really cover the children's bulletin because it's mostly activities for kids.
Yep.
But no matter which mass you attend, or even if you don't attend mass, you can take one to your kids, your grandkids, your neighbors' kids.
I grabbed some for my 2 nephews that were in town from Pittsburgh this past weekend. So
How they do? Did they look at it?
The one did, 'cause he's still in the coloring mode.
Okay.
Bentley more like at night before he goes to bed. He's getting into the reading thing, so he'll
Okay.
go through and read the stuff.
See, that's what we
so,
got to try to figure out. Like, what is the age group, and do we
So-
need to make some, maybe include some YouTube links or some other things, too. So we'll have to play around with that a little bit.
Yeah, but it was good. It was cool.
Yeah.
So in it though, I
it's a
like
good
to try to
additional resource.
include at least like a word search or a fill in the blank, and then like something for the family to do, something to reflect on. Lots of coloring stuff. Even adults should color. So
Oh, yeah.
just
But it also
a
has some
variety
little
of
fun
things.
facts about like the liturgical season and like what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat things in
It
it.
is. It's
But we want to
it's
make sure
well
the
done.
kids knew that no matter which mass you attend, we really want to emphasize just how important kids are here. And, that's one of the reasons why we dismantled, changed, we don't have the Mother's Chapel cry room space.
Yes.
I did see somebody using it recently, but I don't know all the context or what was going on. But, there's no sound in there, first of all. So it really is not, it isn't for that right now. So brides use it to get ready.
Sounds like Charlie
And-
Brown.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what you would hear or how you participate. But no, we want the kids in the church. We want you as families. I mean, honestly, I keep telling people nobody pays attention to me, but sit closer with children, not further away, because they are they need to be part of the action. The action is happening
them
on the
engaged.
altar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So when you pull them away from it, you're reinforcing bad behavior at church. And people are like, "Oh, Father, you don't have a wife and kids. What do you know?" Plenty.
It actually works.
I'm telling you, come sit down front.
Plenty.
I just always thought just putting my kids up front, they would be able to hear better. They'd be able to participate better. And then, granted, one used to sleep through mass, but he knew when to sit and stand. And then my daughter was an altar server and, loves all that stuff. So, and teaches now. So, I guess it's just a matter of where, but we always sat as close to the altar as possible. So
Yeah, and there's always plenty of room down front. And if you need someone to like babysit your kid, Sarah will do that during Mass, which is great because you know what the Pope's intention is for April? It's for women. So I was like,
just gonna,
thank goodness Sarah's here today. We
Perfect.
pray for the dignity and immense value of women, be recognized in every culture, and for the end of discrimination that would experience in different parts of the world. So thank you for your feminine advice. But bring your kids closer.
Yeah, there's plenty
Don't
of
be
room up
afraid.
front. Yeah.
Be
I
not
will
afraid.
never yell at children. If I do, maybe because
They probably have it coming.
I'm, there's a tumor or something in my head that day. So you need to beat me with.
I guess I never really thought about that,
Grass.
encouraging that bad behavior, or that behavior that they're crying or they're this or that, and you take them out of the church. Well, that's why they keep doing that. But if they
Right.
see themselves as part of Mass, maybe that changes then, even as they become teenagers and they don't feel a part of Mass.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, you can go Google it, do your own research, write a book about it, and you'll see that kids should be down front. So, like I said, people don't seem to take me up on that, but
You
it's
invite people. We
legit.
had it today,
Yeah.
and somebody said, "Well, the green walls that you have on the back of the altar right now,
yeah.
they're like, well, can we go into? You invite people into the sanctuary space at any time. Like, come see with the crosses on the altar
Right,
too.
when the altar strip.
I
yeah.
mean,
Good Friday.
that's like, you pay attention to that when he says that. Come into the sanctuary space. In the times when
Don't
it's
be
needed.
afraid.
Yeah.
It's not reserved for the priest.
Yeah.
So speaking of just all these great churchy things, we have our little family focus thing there.
Next week's gonna be a big week.
But yeah, April 11th. Again, if the world doesn't end on the 8th, which I'm kind of neither I'm pros, cons. I mean, there's I'll take it or leave it. I guess we'll
Catch
find out.
confession on Saturday, and you could go.
Pretty sure that a total eclipse of the sun is like, it's going to alter the temperature for a few minutes by 10 degrees, which in Erie, our temperature fluctuates 10 degrees
Every hour.
Normally.
all the time. I think today's
So, like-
fluctuating 40, so I think we'll survive.
Yeah, hour to hour, we got a 10-degree fluctuation.
But we do have, I guess, let me just run through the schedule a little bit. So we have on the 8th, we have our eclipse prayer service, 1 p.m. in the church, kind of sun and moon, bless the Lord, kind of a
We
throwback
have-
to Daniel, and we have some music. It'll just be a nice little thing. Then we're going to have hot dogs, chips, water. So if you're looking for a place to hang out, this is a safe place to hang out. Also, we have the unique feature in our church of having the glass windows.
Yeah.
So even if you decide, like, I don't really want to go outside and look at the sun or whatever, just sitting in the church,
You'll be
it
able
will
to.
get pitch black for those 3 minutes here, even in the church.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's kind of a unique church to just, if you just want to sit somewhere safe and not have to, being part of the hype. I mean, but you can experience it. This is a cool place to do it. We'll have all the lights off here, and
Yeah.
it'll just kind of happen around us. And I think at 3:00 is like awesome because it's like the sun is
I was just
right.
gonna say.
Again, if there's even a sun that day to eclipse. But we'll
Let's see what the clouds choose.
So that is Monday. That evening, Tim is leading the 12 men's ministry. Tuesday, we have faith formation. The usual time 4:30 to 6 p.m. Mass is 6:30. Wednesday, April 10th, typical Wednesday, 8 a.m. Mass, some fellowship Bible study. Students, the kids' Mass is at 2, Celebrate Recovery at 6. Then the 11th is the announcement for the final version of the pastoral plan. Yeah, we can get the timpanis out.
Yes.
And so we included the prayer that we've been praying now for, I want to say, 10 years.
Yeah.
The imprimatur is on there for 10 years. We've been praying this prayer for about 10 years for pastoral planning. And so here in Erie, it's coming to, a great crossroads of faith and ministry. So we're excited to see where the Spirit is leading us. And it's good that it's happening in the season of Easter. So we'll know more,
good call.
next week. So our next podcast will have
Next
some
Thursday.
definite, So maybe we'll hold off on the pod. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
And
Maybe do a special one.
Yeah, maybe a
For an
special
update.
edition. Yeah.
Doing a bulletin insert next week.
So we have that happening. So Uno is here. Uno is giving us the tip of the week, reminding us to watch and learn. Remember, Uno is the one lost sheep. And so
Through
he has-
Flocknote?
Yeah, he's got some great little
Yay.
articles on there, and you can see Bishop Barron's on his iPad, so that's kind of fun.
Yes, remember, whenever you do log into Flocknote, you have access to the Word on Fire. We have subscribed to it. It also has Holy Heroes for our kids, which is where I get some of the information for the children's bulletin. So, take advantage of that fun stuff
Yeah.
in Flocknote
Oh my
that's
gosh.
already free and available to you.
Yeah, and also the women's conference is coming up too. So that's happening on 4/20/2024, which is a palindromical date. 4/20/2024 is the same forward and backwards.
Oh, that's fun.
42020.
What do you call that? A
Well, it's a palindrome, right? But I was like, palindromical, is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of funny. So I guess the women's conference really likes that date, and it's here at St. Jude. We love hosting
annual
conferences.
Awesome.
Few Easter flower memories that didn't make it into the Easter bulletin for a couple reasons. They're here. So if you missed them in the main, they are here. How to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. Is this something you guys are familiar with, or is this a new devotion, old devotion?
Actually, Jesse, over the years, for different youth events, has played. There's a brother, a video that he plays with the brothers walk around in different cities, and they pray this, and their voices are just very calming to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. So that's how I've done it. I've never done it on my own. I usually put that video on and play it. But it's only like it's only takes like 7 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
You
not that long.
You can pray pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
You kind of mumble through those words.
Yeah. In St. Mary's, every Tuesday, the office would take the 2:00 hour, and we would celebrate, have adoration, adore, right, Christ, and at 3:00, then we would each staff member each week would change who led the chaplet. So then anyone who showed up for that hour or at 3:00 would also pray with us. So it was just a cool little
We sang it a
community.
lot in Elk County too.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
For the sake of your sorrowful passion. And then it
Well,
takes
for
a
those of
lot
you who
longer.
can sing,
Yeah. But we found this is
Or
a
chant.
Bonnie and I used the CD if we were going to go that route.
okay. No, but it really is. It's a great little prayer. A lot of times, you might not have time to say a whole rosary or something, and it's the same concept. But like the Pope Francis says, you have 10 fingers. There's your decades. Just count. And
100%.
if you say one too many or one too few, you're okay. But I like the graphic. This is from Blessed is She. It's like a perfect, way to kind of see it. And then we put all the prayers.
It's
Yeah.
actually really pretty.
Yeah, we're assuming the Our Father, the Hail Mary, and the Apostles' Creed. The Apostles' Creed is slightly different than what we say at church. If you say the Nicene Creed, I think Jesus understands. And then just because we had some room to really put this article in here, there's a Doubting Thomas and Mercy and kind of bringing all that together, again, from our Word on Fire collective.
Yes.
And again, we're kind of looking at that maybe as a way to reflect on God's mercy at work in our lives. So,
And though it may seem a little long, it's definitely worth the read. So if you're a slow reader like me, don't be afraid to do that, because it's a great perspective to now have on even when we question, compared to viewing what mercy actually is. So good article.
Yeah. So that's kind of the main thing there. And then, the stuff going on in the community. There's a few fun things kind of popping up here in the month of April. Of course, our eclipse, we're asking for donations. After morning mass, we're going to kind of have the parking lot open. We're asking for like a $20 per vehicle donation. I mean, if you don't have it, we're not going to like necessarily deny you, but just so like our parking lot is being used appropriately that day, and our amenities here at the parish, so that people that want to be here are here. I know there's some other options around. I think Waldemere, I heard, they're opening their parking lot for free. I don't know if they're having any vendors or something, but we just want to have an opportunity to collect some funds for our St. Jude Cares. So we're just doing that as a great way to connect with them. But then they are having a spaghetti dinner using the Chuck and Jenny's sauce over at the Knights of Columbus at St. Andrews. They're having it over there, and it is a bargain because they're only charging $15. Didn't we charge like 20 this year? But we give out like wine and dessert.
Oh
so
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
you were
chicken.
getting
chicken.
served a
So
lot.
this is like not bad.
Yeah.
$15. Kids under 12 are only $10. Though when I was 12, I was eating the adult size, I think, by then. So, but anyway, there's some fun stuff there, and there's a barbecue grill and some stuff. So anyway, kind of fun things going on there, and kind of really cool. That's all happening, and then of course, like I said, the men's group is there, and then we had a couple funerals. One I had this morning out at the Fairview Cemetery for Martin Luther. He was Roman Catholic, in
all ways.
not to be confused with any of the other Martin Luthers out there in the world. And then we have another one coming up this Friday as well. So a couple funerals in our community. And while I was out in Fairview, they the military detail told me that was where it was near Fairview, PA. I got to look up their history, where taps, the song taps that you hear at funerals was written.
Really?
By some guy near Fairview, they said this morning. So I'm curious about the history of taps now. I got to look that up. So
if anybody has information, maybe you could let us know.
Let us know. Call now.
Call
at
now.
1-800 Church Bulletin Podcast. Diana is standing by to take your call.
Waiting. She is waiting by the phone.
So, but I mean, it is Easter. I don't know. You guys have anything special about Easter you want to share?
It was nice. Everybody commented after all the masses. So this year, and we had done it was based on what we did last year, but we had some type of reception and fellowship, starting with Easter Vigil, and we popped champagne after the closing prayer, because that is always fun to do. And and then that went on.
Is that why the Manischewitz was in the fridge?
No, that was because I made a charoset for for Holy Thursday's pilgrimage. So it's a Jewish Passover food.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you use wine in that. But the champagne was for, Jesus is risen. Alleluia. So,
resurrection, baptism, yeah.
And then lots of fun food and whatnot. And everybody loved the fellowship and just, hanging out with the people that are here. So.
Yeah, everything worked out great. So, yeah, I really appreciate all the hard work. We had a lot of volunteers, our musicians, our lectors, Eucharistic ministers, all these people, just the servers, everybody just made it. Made everything possible. So we appreciate it. Yeah. But I don't know if there's anything else then. I guess we're well into Easter, and hopefully you enjoyed your Easter as well. The church celebrates it for 50 days. So don't give up on
that's a party.
On that resurrection joy. All right. I guess that's it. Sorry Tim couldn't be here today. Yeah. He had to take Diana to her hair appointment.
Yeah.
So
important stuff.
Yes.
Big day. Peace. All right. Peace out. Peace be with you.